Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play a little bit of Risk of Rain 2. This has been out for a couple of days. I don't know, when did it come out? A week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I don't know. It's Steam Early Access. If you don't know about this, this is well, it's obviously a sequel to Risk of Rain, which was a 2D pixel art platformer roguelike, where you collect power-ups that stack and make you ridiculously overpowered if you can survive long enough. This is the 3D sequel, which basically works the same way. It's amazing how well they transitioned from 2D to 3D, and I think they also captured the art style and the entire atmosphere very well in the completely different graphics, obviously. Gameplay is just as great, if not better. I played a little bit of Risk of Rain 1, but didn't really get into it too much. But I've been playing quite a bit of Risk of Rain 2, so this is not going to be blind or anything. It's also probably not going to be an entire series. I just felt like playing, and I don't know. I just thought, why not record it? So I'm still working on a couple of unlocks. Most importantly, I guess I'd really like to unlock the final missing character here. This is the Artificer, some sort of mage, or some sort of fireball and lightning sphere hurling, well, mage. And it looks like it might be right up my alley. I've actually been most successful with the Huntress, who's a little bit squishy, actually quite squishy compared to other characters. She does not have a lot of health, but I really like the way she plays, and yeah, I'm going to be a Wiz and play on Drizzle on easy. Just because I want to, well, I don't know. There are a couple of things I'd like to unlock. Also, I have no idea how well I'm going to do trying to, record and talk over this. This is obviously the first time I've ever recorded this game. So the first thing you do, I'm going to pretend you know nothing about this game, which is probably not the case, but you start with either of two stages. This is one of them. And each stage has a teleporter somewhere. It is indicated by some swirling particle effects, and I seem to be out of luck here. I'm pretty sure I know where it has to be. This map is pretty straightforward, not too many corners to hide things. Actually, I'm not seeing the particles at all. I still think it must be over there. So anyway, you look for the teleporter. You're free to look around much longer. You see enemies spawning here. I could start shooting them a little bit. There are the particles. I basically guessed wrong. I thought it had to be in the other corner of the map, but it's exactly the opposite corner. It's pretty much as far into the corner as it can be, as I've ever seen it. I have never seen the teleporter this far tucked into this corner. Not that it matters much. Anyway, there are so many things to explain. This boss is already taking a little bit of damage. We have this skill here that we can do. It looks more impressive than it really is. It sounds good on paper, but turns out that it's really... Oh wow, I took a lot of damage there. That it's typically not that great. Yeah, this boss can deal a ton of damage if you happen to get hit by its acid blast. You can also pay attention, like I usually don't do, and, see when it's charging the attack and prepare to dodge out of the way. I also don't have a ton of movement options right now, and I might actually end up dying here pretty early on. God. There are a lot of enemies here. I'm gonna take it a little bit slow. There's a wisp there behind me shooting me. These bugs here, those guys that hop around, they don't really do much. Oh god. Right in the goop. Yeah, this is not looking too great. I obviously have no way of healing. Those guys there, those blue guys, are Lemurians. They shoot fireballs at you. They're a bit of a nuisance. Oh god, okay, we have another slightly annoying enemy spawned who just missed me. I don't know quite why, but that's okay. Alright, I had my dash ready. Oh god, I'm not actually getting to explain anything. Alright, let's do this. Early on, this arrow rain spell, or skill, actually deals some damage. There we go, finally, the boss is dead. So, wow, yeah, teleporter event. Okay. So, as soon as you activate the teleporter, a timer starts. or a gauge starts filling up. Oh, right, we have our friend here. That's because we just picked up our first item, our first power-up. That was a special drop that that only this boss here, this Beetle Queen, can drop. So that's pretty neat. Gives us a companion who respawns. He deals some okay damage. That's a nice item. Got really lucky with this shrine here. But there's so many things to explain, and I'm so bad at explaining quickly. I guess I'll do this, even though I was kind of planning to go quick. We just dealt a ton of damage, and I'm not quite sure what dealt so much damage there. I guess that must have been our pet. He can deal some good damage, as I said. He can also, much more importantly, distract enemies and make them attack him instead. So he's both an offensive as well as a defensive aid. So that's pretty good. Getting more of those items actually gives you more beetle guards, which is pretty cool. I've never had more than 2, because it's a pretty rare drop from the Beetle Queen. Anyway, God, so teleporter event, focus. Whenever you activate that, a boss spawns on higher difficulties, or when the game has progressed far enough. It can also be multiple bosses, up to ridiculous scenarios where, I don't know, a dozen bosses spawn all at once. Bosses with special modifiers too. Yeah, so our own damage is still a little bit lacking, because we don't have anything that improves our damage at all. That guy again died pretty quickly. I guess that must have been our Beetle, so he's doing some work. I'm also spending way too much time on this stage. As you can see in the top right, time keeps ticking up, and as the time increases, the difficulty also scales up. So you can spend more time on a stage looking around, picking up items. You buy items with money, as you've no doubt noticed if you didn't already know. Up in the top left we have our money. Underneath that we have 14 lunar coins, which is a persistent currency that drops sometimes. And you can use that. Well, as I said, it's persistent. So that is remains the same across all your characters, and if you don't spend it, you keep it even between runs. I don't really spend it much because, well, first of all, I still need. Well, that's. What are the odds getting 2 of the same items at all from one of those shrines? Anyway, so. What was I talking about? God, lunar coins. Yeah, you can spend those to buy special items that have powerful effects, but also some sort of side effect that might make them a bit of a double-edged blade. Sure, let's get this gunner drone, another little companion that deals some extra damage, also serves as a distraction for enemies. Yeah. Anyway, lunar coins. There's still one unlock. In fact, I will need at least 10, I think, a total of up to 11 coins, actually, to unlock the final character. So that's one of the things I hope to do, maybe in this run. That would be nice to have that on camera. That's one of the other uses. I could spend a lunar coin here to get a lunar item. I mean, I have some extras. I could. Sure. I have no idea what this is. Some use item? Oh, no. Actually, drop an effigy that cripples all characters inside can be picked back up. Oh, that is a use item. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, double-edged. I mean, I've never seen this. I guess I'll use it just for fun. Yep, it does cripple me, for sure. I guess you can use that to cripple a boss that doesn't move a lot. I guess, yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that. I've had one that was actually pretty good. In fact, I think I only had exactly one other lunar item before this one. I had a pretty good use item before this, is the thing. That the foreign fruit, that is an item that just heals you when you use it, so having an on-demand heal is super good. Teleporter is here, I'm gonna activate it right away. Yeah, so I really don't know about this one. I guess I'm gonna try and use it here, because this boss moves pretty slowly. I'm gonna get out of that area, and the boss is just barely inside. He has taken a lot of damage already. Once again, our Beetle Guard is actually beating him up quite good. Also, we are playing on easy, so enemies do have less health and deal less damage. Actually, significantly so, even compared to normal, let alone hard difficulty, which is just completely insane. Alright, we have some tougher enemies here. These, well, enemy Beetle Guards. They're just as bad for me as my Beetle Guard is for my enemies, so that's, yeah, not so great. I'm gonna pick this back up. God, this is, yeah, I don't know. No, don't know about that one. I'm gonna go back and pick up my foreign fruit. This was nice for experimentation, and now I have the item unlocked in the codex and whatnot. So, that's neat, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, teleporter event. So a boss spawns. In our case, it was this giant stone dude. Oh, there's a lunar coin. Hi. What do you know? Those are pretty rare. I guess I got back the one that I used, so that's nice. Also, charging the teleporter. You see the charging gauge here, right on the teleporter. You also see it up in the top right, and you have to stay inside this this circle here. If I step outside, it doesn't progress, and the entire time while the teleporter event is going, enemies keep spawning. No more bosses, but unless you're on higher difficulty, then that can happen. But normally, just normal enemies keep spawning, and yeah, until it's over. Enemies also keep spawning before you or until you activate the event. So if you want to farm some money, you can either just run around and scout out where chests are, or other things that you can buy. Back there, that's a shop, or a multiple choice that presents you with 3 random items from the same tier. So this is a tier 1 items, white items. I'm gonna go with more sprinting speed, honestly. This character is gonna sprint a lot, and being fast is really beneficial. This is a chest that gives you a random, in this case a tier 1 item, or a tier 1 or upward. So there's also tier 2 chests, which give you a tier 2 or tier 3 item. Very rarely you'll even get a tier 3 from a tier 1 chest, which is amazing. And then there are very, very, very rare tier 3 chests. In fact, I have only ever seen exactly 1 of them spawn, outside of 1 guaranteed spawn per cycle. So, have I talked about everything interesting or important concerning the teleporter event? I think so. Obviously, once it's fully charged, you can activate it to get to the next stage. That's the entire point. Now, there are different approaches. You can either take your time and make sure you farm up enough money, either by spending more time before you activate the teleporter in the first place, or by purposefully not completing the teleporter event, staying outside the cycle, for example, to generate more enemies, which will then drop you more money. Because typically when you just rush to the teleporter, activate it, or complete it as quickly as possible, you will not end up with enough money, in most cases, to pick up every item. And obviously picking up more items is what makes you stronger. Now, if I could find my foreign fruit again. God, where was that? This level is also super confusing to me for some reason. Is it there? Actually, it's there. Good, yeah. I definitely want that back. I'm not a fan of this... What's it called? Effigy of Grief. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, I'm already spending way too much time. So this is definitely not a fast run. This is kind of in the middle somewhere. I've done a run with Huntress, which was extremely successful, where I really spent way too much time on every single stage, making sure to grab every single item and grind out all the money I need to be able to buy absolutely everything. And I became ridiculously powerful, but at some point I just couldn't keep up with the scaling. The game is just absolutely merciless in that regard. It just keeps getting more and more difficult. And yeah, unless you get a super good build, super good setup of items, you will eventually get outclassed. Unless you're just a really good player, which I am not. In case that, I guess I haven't really had the opportunity to make that clear, but take my word for it. There are people who are really good who can do what I'm doing here on Monsoon difficulty, which is the highest difficulty, and survive somehow. I don't know how they do it. This is on easy, yeah, just to keep everything in perspective. Anyway, I'm doing this strictly for fun. Please don't judge me, or do, you know, whatever. This is the internet. Anyway, what else? So teleporter. Right, you can rush. You can try to complete every stage as quickly as possible. Maybe you've noticed it. The time bar in the top right actually jumped. Well, there's another lunar item. Those are also quite rare. Although I have seen multiple in one stage, which doesn't happen all that often. But it does happen. Anyway, yeah, you might have seen that the time gauge there made a little jump. It does so whenever you go to the next stage. So even if you rush super quickly to complete a stage, to complete the teleporter event, you will still progress the difficulty timer by a certain amount. But you will also do that in addition to having spent a long time in the stage. So yeah, just spending more time in a stage ensures that you take the maximum power increase from that stage, but you will also, you know, make the enemies more powerful in turn. So it's a balancing act. It's, I guess, to an extent, comes down to preference. If you're really good, you can make the decision on the fly based on what you already have and how difficult it already is. I'm just going to go with the flow for the most part, and you know, sometimes I just like to take it slow. And as I said, I'm taking it pretty slow here. Enemies are pretty handleable so far. Imp Overlord is a bit tanky, that's normal. These guys here are a bit annoying, these stone golems. They have this eye laser that they sometimes are extremely accurate with. This one somehow missed me. It deals a lot of damage, especially on high difficulties, needless to say. Knocks you back, it's pretty annoying in general. The Imp Overlord is basically just running around at random, flinging these things that hurt and otherwise being just very, very, very tanky. But he's honestly one of the least threatening bosses. There are some that are a lot worse. Beetle Queen is also pretty manageable. Although this character here, or at least I personally am having not that much difficulty with any kind of boss in particular. Anyway, yeah, so that boss is dead. Killing the boss always gives you a tier 2 item. In this case it's a fuel cell, which is decent. Gives you an extra charge for your use item and reduces cooldown. Also tells you that. You probably had time to look at the tooltip. I didn't really do that, but I also know what most items do well enough. Right, so I have a bit of money, not too much, because I activated the teleporter pretty quickly. Sometimes, if you're lucky, as we saw on the previous stage, there are some Shrines of Challenge, or Shrines of Combat, I think, that you can activate to summon extra enemies, which will then, of course, give you extra money, depending on the enemies. Can be quite a nice boost. So that can help you afford an extra item or two even if you went pretty fast. Oh, this is the... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm 6:55 over? Yeah, okay. So you have to get here under 10 minutes to open this chest. That's another one of the unlocks that I have not gotten yet. But should be pretty easy to do, honestly. If you really rush to the teleporter, you can easily complete one stage in under 3 minutes. If you find the teleporter quickly, activate it right away. Don't spend any time outside of the circle and kill the boss within the time limit. So you activate the teleporter as quickly as possible. And hopefully you get lucky and get to pick up some items that are within the radius. Yeah, but then you can absolutely complete a stage in 2.5 minutes or so. Probably less. I mean, you'd have to get really lucky finding the teleporter right away, basically. On some stages it can be a bit tricky, but basically you only have to get to the 3rd stage, which is always this one. And it will have that timed chest that we saw in a random location, which is the other thing. I've had 2 runs previously where I actually did get to this stage in time, And I wasn't entirely sure, but I thought that it was probably a 10-minute limit. And I got there in just under 9 minutes, or got here in just under 9 minutes, but I never ended up finding the chest in time, which can be in any number of random locations. It's pretty often down in that container where we saw it, but it's also very often not there, so it's definitely not reliable at all. And yeah, so you have to go super fast and get lucky to find it within a minute or so. And then I don't even know if you need any money to open it. No idea. I've never done it, so who knows? Yeah, that thing there is a super powerful drone, by the way. But it's obviously ridiculously expensive. It's about the same. Costs about the same to reactivate as opening a tier 3 chestwood, which is also ridiculously expensive. You will basically never be able to open a tier 3 chest on a stage without specifically farming money for it. Oh, here's an interesting thing. Shrine of the Order. I'm definitely not gonna activate that, because I did that once on accident. Because I was kind of in a hurry. I thought it was a Shrine of Challenge, and it was not. Yeah, that was unfortunate. So what the thing does is pretty interesting, actually. It could potentially make for. Well, no, actually, I don't really think it can ever be that great. So what it's going to do? It's basically going to compact all your power-ups into one of each tier. So it takes the overall number of items for each tier that you have and gives you one random item from that tier that many times. So yeah, that's it can be interesting, but I'm not sure if it can ever really be good. I don't know. Anyway, I've spent a billion years on this stage, so I don't really know. Oh, naturopath. Oh, without healing, region complete. I had completely forgotten about this achievement, and I wasn't sure exactly what the conditions were. It says without healing. Obviously, I have some passive healing. I have the cautious slugs, 3 of them in fact, which is great. I haven't really commented on my items at all. There are so many things that I have not yet talked about. But hopefully this run is going to continue for a while, so maybe I'll get to address them all at some point if I can remember. So yeah, items. What do I have? I guess well, let's stay with the topic of healing. So I have passive healing items. I actually have the 3 cautious slugs, which do increase your passive health regeneration by quite a bit, outside of combat or outside of danger. That is, after a certain time of not taking any damage. So, this being a very mobile character who is typically going to do a lot of sprinting around, you can often avoid taking damage. Well, I mean, that stray fireball could have hit me just randomly, but I guess I got lucky there. But yeah, typically you can often just run away from danger. Also, here's the guaranteed tier 3 chest for 1500, 1526. So I should make sure to get that. I think it's worth it. Not if you're absolutely trying to go super fast, but even if you rush every other stage as quickly as possible, you might want to stick around here to make sure you get the tier 3, because tier 3 items can be really, really good. I maybe shouldn't have done that, but then again, I'm gonna stay here long enough to get absolutely everything. So, whatever. So yeah, healing. Obviously, passive healing or passive regeneration does not count towards that achievement, which is interesting. I also have 2 other healing-related items. The bustling fungus. 3 actually. When did I pick up a 3rd? Who knows? That is the exact opposite, basically, of running around and having your health regen. It heals you when you stand still for a while. And I guess I just never did that. I was not actively trying to avoid it, obviously, because I didn't even think of that one achievement, which I now got. But can you please die? Okay, greater wisps are actually a pain in the ass. Excuse my French. Okay, so if I just stand after a few seconds, this is gonna pop up. Getting more of those will increase the radius and the healing, so that's pretty good. But yeah, obviously it requires you to find a safe spot to stand for a couple of seconds to heal yourself. Okay, this is a door that can be open. It's closed in this case. I could glitch myself through with this nice little teleport here, but there's nothing behind it, so there's no point. Not sure if enemies will spawn behind that if the door is closed. They might not. Oh, hello, Elder Lemurian. That's typically a higher level enemy or higher difficulty enemy that shows up here for the first time. They don't always show up here on your first loop, but they sometimes do. They're actually the non-elite versions are really not that bad. Oh, we also have Monster Tooth. Wow, I don't know how I avoided taking damage, or how I avoided the exact opposite. How I avoided healing at all for the achievement. Did I pick up the Monster Tooth only afterward? It's possible. So yeah, these green orbs that enemies drop heal you for a little bit. I've also not been looking for the teleporter at all, which I should probably do, even if I'm planning to hang out here for a bit. So, you know what? Honestly, I feel like I've already achieved what I wanted to do. I completely forgot about that one achievement, but hey, I got one. And also there's another lunar coin. This is, I guess, recording is giving me good luck. Typically it's the other way around, but I'll take it. These imps are a little bit annoying, but not too bad. I'm dealing okay damage. I have not a whole lot in terms of damage increasing items. Let's talk about the items I have, I suppose. Let's start from the left. So I have the whatever it's called, pheromone gland or something. Queen's gland, just okay. That gives you the beetle guard, which is running around doing some work. He's also taking damage, but if he dies, he will respawn, unlike drones. So yeah, I don't really worry about him. Not that I can really do much. I can't actively heal him without a specific item. So I'm just gonna let him do his thing. I'm also already getting close to being able to afford the tier 3 chest, which is great. This is a challenge shrine, combat shrine, whatever. It spawned more imps to fight. Okay, I mean, I can deal with imps. There is an elite imp actually, fire elite. Have a fire trail. They also, when they damage you, they deal significantly more damage than non-elite versions, but that's true for all elites. But the fire elites are especially bad because they also give you a fire damage over time effect, which is really devastating on high difficulties. Those are quite often run killers. They are also, of course, elite enemies, more health. Exactly what you would expect. They're not the worst. Imps are relatively benign because they don't have a range attack. Still not dead though. Okay, there we go. They do give you a good amount of experience and money, so that's nice. There's a green item back there. I still haven't found the teleporter. By the way, I've not been looking. It might be up somewhere. Oh yeah, it's up there. It's actually kind of annoying to get to. Oh, we already have more than what we need. Nice gasoline. Gasoline is really good. Those enemies are annoying. Gonna kill that one. Honestly, I should probably just go ahead and activate the teleporter now, if I can get there. I can never quite remember my way around this stage. Well, on the bottom it's okay, but when it comes to these elevated platforms, it's a bit of a hit and miss. Okay, I think I can go across that chain, and then there's that jump pad I can use. Okay, also these guys are interesting. They spawn away from you, unlike most enemies that spawn somewhere in your vicinity, and they start shooting you. They're little living, whatchamacallits, gun turrets, artillery. I thought there was one down here. And I find them really hard to spot, which is definitely intentional. They bury in the ground and just shoot you from all across the map. And it can be pretty deadly. And pretty hard to track down. Anyway, I feel like I was talking about something. I mean, I'm sure I started talking about a billion, well, not a billion, but a dozen different things. There we go. Okay, there are also some capsules, I guess. Well, I haven't mentioned them, but you see what they do. You activate them, you get some money and experience. Free stuff. It's always good. Enemies are exploding. It's always nice. I like when my enemies do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate the teleporter. Let's see what boss we get. It's a Stone Titan. Alright, there's not a lot of cover up here, which is a little bit annoying. Stone Titans are gonna punch the ground, and they're gonna laser. Oh, there's a rock here. Okay. I can just barely take cover behind... Oh god, I'm actually gonna die. I don't want to die. Okay, there's a little bit of a safe spot here. So, Stone Titans will eye laser... Oh, that was my own healing. I got scared by my own healing. Awesome. Yep, there's the eye laser. It's much worse than the Stone Golem eye laser, because it tracks you and it keeps dealing damage, lots of damage, for a long time. On high difficulties, though, that can easily kill you. If you can't manage to take cover. I'm also outside of the... Uh-oh. Oh god, please. No! Outside of the radius, but that's okay. If I can kill the boss from here, and I should be able to do that relatively safely, I can then just return inside. Enemies can spawn behind me and near me on this platform here. I'm gonna throw one of those in for good measure. I do have my healing fruit. Ah, I'm done. Could have used that when I took damage just to be safe. I also have 2 charges, even. Oh, and there's the other attack. So, yeah, sometimes he punches the ground. A circle appears below you, and it punches you in the air and deals a lot of damage. So, yeah, it can be hard to notice when he does that. I won't be able to make it up here, will I? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Everything's good. The teleport is really good. Also, running speed is pretty good for this character. Anyway, let's deal with the rest of these enemies and complete the teleporter event. Obviously, I've spent most of the time fighting the boss outside of the circle, so this is gonna take longer than normal to complete, which means more enemies will spawn, giving me more money. So I might actually be able to buy everything on this map. Definitely gonna be able to buy the tier 3 chest, of course. That's the most important part. Oh boy. Anyway, what else? Oh, get some more enemies. Items. So, second item, I suppose. Let's keep going whenever I remember, and whenever I have some time to breathe. The second item is energy drink, I think. It increases your sprinting speed, pretty straightforward. Quite good, because this character, in case I haven't mentioned it, and I'm pretty sure I haven't, this character can shoot her primary attack, this homing arrow, while sprinting. While other characters cannot do that. Well, they cannot do that in air quotes, because some characters kind of can still use some attacks while sprinting, but not just by holding down the button and, you know... Oh, wow, this is... don't know why I dashed there. You cannot use your secondary attack, this glaive throw that jumps from enemy to enemy while sprinting, but it's still pretty good. And in general, you can generally just keep moving with this character and never stop. Alright, teleporters ready whenever I am. These little guys are shooting from everywhere. Some enemies are gonna be strewn across the map. I'm gonna kill them when I see them, but first and foremost I'm gonna pick up the chest. Yeah, okay, it's actually here. Always takes me a little bit of running around before I find it, but it's not that hard to find. And we get those items. Oh, are those... Oh no. Now I don't know which one this is, and there is no in-game... what's this called? Gohanna's opinion. I think... No, wait, this is the good one. Okay, never mind, I remembered. There is one that looks kind of similar-ish. Not really, but... I had that once and it was actually not that great. Normally tier 3 items are all quite powerful in what they do. So this one in particular, let's talk about that, I guess, because I just got it. It makes it so that you basically deal extra damage. So whenever you get healed, just confirming that I'm not talking bullshit, yeah, okay. So whenever you get any kind of healing, and I can only assume that passive healing again does not count, but I am collecting these green orbs from the monster teeth, so those should count. Whenever you take any kind of healing, you collect some sort of energy. You store up some energy basically, and when you have stored up 10% of your max HP worth of those points, you will fire a flaming skull, basically a greenish fireball that seeks the next enemy, nearest enemy, and damages them for 25% of your max HP. So yeah, getting healed a lot, even if you're full HP, by the way. So you don't actually have to be missing any health. I'm gonna take this healing drone, you know? It's gonna occasionally heal me and trigger those skulls a bit more. This bandolier is pretty bad. I'm gonna take the ATG missile here. It's not great, but it's gonna fire another seeking projectile from time to time. Oh, wow, I'm getting lots of good items here. Oh, wow, and I'm getting extremely lucky. I just got a freaking tier 3 item from a shrine. That never happens. Honestly, I've never seen a tier 3 item just drop from a regular container or loot dispenser of any kind. So, yeah. Did I mention that recording apparently gives me super good luck? There, that fireball just now was one of the flaming skulls, by the way. What am I doing? I'm gonna pick up more stuff. So yeah, for the time being, this run looks really solid, but obviously I'm spending a lot of time, so enemies are scaling up. The game is getting a lot more difficult, and eventually I will fall behind the curve, I feel. But for the time being, I'm having a good time. I've already unlocked a new item. Let's play this shrine to the end. These shrines of chance, they start out a little bit cheaper than a normal tier 1 chest. They typically give you tier 1 items most commonly, but they can also give you tier 2s, or as we have seen, even tier 3s. But they have a chance to not give you anything. I don't know exactly what the chance is. It might just be 50-50, honestly. They pay out pretty often. The second one is going to be more expensive than a tier 1, and they give you a total of 2 items, max. I don't know if they ever stop, if they ever stop being available, if they never pay out. There's an achievement for not getting anything 3 times in a row, and it took me forever to actually get that. So that's how often they give you stuff. But yeah, only twice. They become inactive after they've given you 2 items. And I got really lucky with that one. Really lucky. So, honestly, I've never had this item, even. So, excuse me. There we go. 2 extra charges of your utility skill. Right, so I can actually charge 3 times in a row now. This is quite amazing. Quite amazing. Anyway, energy drinks. Let's continue with the regular schedule program. So, sprint speed, right. Next up is the stun grenade. Wow, 2 amazing items in a row. Okay, here we didn't get anything. Stun grenade has a chance to stun enemies on hit, and I just burned all my cash. Failed 3 times in a row. Well, that's random chance for you. I don't even have enough to buy anything else, and I think I'm out of enemies. So that might not have been the smartest play. Yeah, I can't really pick up anything else, unless wait, this is already open. Sometimes I have trouble telling when. Oh. No, this is a turret. That doesn't help. Sometimes I have trouble telling if a chest is already open from afar. I know I should be able to tell, but I'm usually not 100% sure, so I end up checking anyway and being disappointed and whatnot. And this is the easy way to reach this platform. God damn it. Whatever. Okay, I'm out of here. Let's keep going. So stun grenade has a chance to stun enemies, which is really useful. It's only, a chance, so it's not super reliable, but it can stop enemies, like the golems from charging their laser, for example. So it can be quite useful in that regard. And this stage is usually nice. Oh, nope. Thanks, buddy. There's an achievement here on this stage where you have to chase 20 of these little guys off the cliff. And I think I've managed 1 so far, because that's really obnoxious to do. For example, if you have a beetle guard, it's basically impossible, because they just run up and kill them. If you have any kind of drones or, damaging companions, they will typically kill them quicker than you can chase them off the cliff, because that takes a moment, and, also requires you not to get killed by enemies at the same time. When you run up to the hermit crabs, that's what they're called, they get scared and they don't shoot you when you're close. So they're not the problem, but other enemies, of course, can and will still attack you while you try doing that. So yeah, getting those 20 to run off is quite obnoxious. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna do that. But I think all it unlocks is some sort of lunar items, so I don't know, I might not even be that interested. Other than, you know, wanting to technically unlock all items or get all achievements eventually, if I can, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing that really. Anyway, yeah, so this stage is pretty nice because it's so wide and open. You can typically see, or you can often see the teleporter from all across the map. I'm gonna get another sticky bomb here, which is a pretty good item. There you can see two of them actually attached to the enemy. They exploded after he died, but, you know, technically speaking, and for healthier enemies like bosses, those will help quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this pretty quickly, not spend too much time on this stage. Got another beetle queen here. Also got another robot shooting me from there. It's not great. Still with some of the riffraff. Oh boy. You can already see that it's starting to become a little bit more chaotic. On higher difficulties, we would have reached this point after like 4 stages or so. It took quite long because this is easy and difficulty scales up much slower. But yeah, we're slowly getting into territory where, you know, everything is gonna be full of enemies, and I also keep forgetting that I can dash so much. Alright, I also keep in mind that I can heal if I need to. So far I'm not taking too much damage. There's another elite, one that explodes on death. So make sure you stay out of that. Beetle Queen also, in addition to shooting acid or whatever that is, digestive juices, she will also summon these flying hornet thingies. Okay, there's one of the least... I want to say one of the least threatening fire elites, but actually I have been killed by a regular vagrant. That's those floating jellyfish things. So I should not be talking. Anyway, could you guys please just stop shooting me from everywhere? Anyway, oh, that other beetle queen actually is part of the boss fight. So okay, here we have for the first time. Okay, yeah, these guys, they can just sneak up on you from behind and explode. That's exactly what killed me once. But much later in the run. So at this point, they're not that deadly by themselves. Anyway, yeah, for the first time here we have seen 2 bosses spawn, and they are both required to kill. Sometimes extra bosses spawn, but they're not actually part of the teleporter requirement. But here, they both were. Okay. That was not so bad. Oh, she gave us a really good item. Like ukulele? Ukulele? I don't know. I'm going to go spend my money. And talk about more gunner drone, maybe if I end up with too much cash, which I probably won't because I didn't farm, so yeah. It depends. The number of chests that spawn on the stage is random, so you sometimes will end up with more money than you need to unlock everything, and sometimes you will end up with way more things to buy than you have money for unless you spend a long time farming. So it's, you know, randomness. Which is part of the fun, of course. Seeing what cards you get and making the most out of them. Out of the cards you're dealt. There's a printer. Let's see, Monster Tooth. Not so great, but... Oh, that's a green tier 2 printer, actually, for... is that... No, that's... That would give me extra charges, but for tier 2? Nah. So what these things do is they take one random item of the same tier away and give you whatever is displayed. So I could trade a random tier 2 that I have for another fuel cell, which would give me another charge for my healing fruit and also reduce the cooldown of it. Now I have not actually used it once, but it can definitely be life-saving. So it might not be the worst idea. But I actually like the tier 2s that I have, and you know, obviously you can't control what you're gonna lose, so it's a gamble, like many things. This, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this. So there I lost a cautious slug, which increases. Oh, I lost 2 in a row. That's so unlucky. Okay, gasoline is also quite good. Not getting very lucky with these trade-ins here. I'm gonna. Oh, I already have 6 syringes. I mean, syringes increase attack speed. That's pretty much amazing on every character. Okay, that's one I can definitely lose. No problem. I mean, I have a couple. Yeah, if I could lose some monster teeth, for example, or bustling fungus, actually. Yeah, get rid of all my bustling fungi. You know what? I'm gonna not risk any more losses. I lost. Oh, there's a Shrine of the Mountain, I think is what it's called. Let's get another healing drone for more, you know, skull action. I could have tried chasing that one off, but my beetle guard would have killed him, so whatever. Yeah, these shrines, if you activate them before you activate the teleporter, they make they make an additional boss spawn or additional bosses, but they also give you extra drops when you kill them. So that's definitely a risk-reward thing, like so many things. We have plenty of healing drones. They're not very reliable, but they can sometimes provide a crucial bit of extra healing, so why not pick them up? There was also another... Yeah, okay, this is another thing. Actually, if I had seen this first, if I had taken the time to look around here, I would not only would I have been able to activate the Shrine of the Mountain, but I would also have been able to activate this. If you spent a lunar coin on this altar, which can exist on a stage, doesn't always do, in one of several random locations, it will open a portal to a special pocket dimension of sorts in between stages, which is a shop where you can buy all kinds of things with lunar coins, including, for 10 coins, you can unlock the final missing character. So that's what I would like to do, and I definitely would have done that if I had seen this first. There is a gunner drone, and I have the money left over. Actually, also, there is a chest down there that I haven't checked. Let's definitely get the chest instead. Or can I get both? Oh well, got lucky and we got a tier 2 item from a tier 1 chest. Nice. That's too expensive. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get more lucky and maybe I'll spot one of those nude altars on one of the coming stages. Like this one. I know one location for sure where the altar can spawn. Let's scout around a little bit. Oh, this is another kind of shrine that we haven't seen. It takes away, starts with 50% of your health, gives you some money, and it's of course a bit risky, but usually kind of safe to do. Well, I guess it depends. Right now there are no enemies, not a lot of enemies nearby. Should I risk it again? Oh, there's an elite enemy that we killed. I'm gonna risk it. It's probably not smart. I'm gonna heal. Okay, actually, yeah, with foreign fruits, it's not that risky. So that gave me a good amount of extra money. I could use it again, taking 93% of my health, but that's a little bit unreasonable and also unnecessary. It's much more useful if you're not planning to linger. You know, obviously, when you're trying to rush, any kind of quick extra cash, like more little capsules and those sacrifice shrines and extra shrines of challenge that will just spawn extra enemies that you can kill more or less quickly. Those are all very welcome, of course, because they will give you extra cash to open buy a couple more items, even if you don't stay around and kill many enemies. Okay. Let's head on over to the other side of the map where the teleporter should be. Wait. No. No, not here. The Shrine of the Nude could be up there on that ledge. Nope, it's not there. Well, in that case, I don't know where it is. Where's the teleporter, though? There's one of those things. That doesn't help. We also got more beetle guards, which I'm killing pretty quickly. Not as quickly as I would like, but, well, it all depends on luck with, you know, proccing on-hit effects, of course. There we leveled up. We just recently collected a war banner item. Whoa, holy crap, there is suddenly lots of enemies around. And they are triggering all kinds of on-death effects off each other, which is quite glorious. That's the best. That's really when this game shines. When you have all kinds of item synergies, things activating off of each other, and you know everything just explodes around you. It becomes a glorious mess. Anyway, neutrines. Yeah. So the teleporter. I guess I must have missed it in the first area. There is really. This is definitely one of the areas where it's typically pretty easy to find the shrine. Oh, actually, you know, there is a location, but I don't actually know how to get there without a ridiculous number of extra jumps. There is a location very, very high up, in between these two main areas. Up here, I think? Hard to tell. At one point I got to this area with, I don't know, ridiculous number of extra jumps and super high speed, and I was able to just climb up these walls like nothing. Like it's no big deal. And I found a new shrine all the way up there, or up there, somewhere by those giant bones. It was pretty interesting that they actually put something up there. Obviously intending for players to be able to get there at some point. But yeah, I'm not sure if I can even do that. Oh, new kind of boss, which we're kind of melting. Oh boy. Okay, I just took some damage. That's okay. Nothing too worrying yet. Yeah, they're definitely dying pretty quickly. I'm not entirely sure what's killing them that fast, but I'll take it. Oh wow, I did not realize that they kept sucking you in even while you were in the air. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so these Dune Striders, they oh boy, they bombard you with some flak. No, I keep saying flak. It's artillery, whatever. They also sometimes shoot out these rolling boulder kind of thingies that are kind of annoying because they slow you down when they hit you. They deal a lot of damage. They I don't know. Sometimes I find them a bit hard to dodge. And then sometimes they cower down on the ground and start sucking in everything, including enemies, which I think heals them somehow, but not for a whole lot. So typically if you keep damaging them, they will not actually heal up. They will just basically reduce incoming damage. It's not a big deal. They also damage you a little bit. I guess they must probably damage you a lot if you actually get sucked all the way in, but that's so easy to avoid that. It's never happened to me. I guess if things get super busy and there are just a billion enemies everywhere, it might happen that you actually get sucked into them as they do that. It's probably not good when that happens, but you know, typically they're not that bad. They can be a little bit spammy, especially if there are multiple of them, and you know, between those rolling boulders and their artillery fire, they can deal a lot of damage. And yeah, but otherwise it's not that bad. Wow, we have so much sprinting speed. At only 3 energy drinks, so it's only gonna be better from here. Anyway, yeah, no luck with the Shrine of the Newt here, unfortunately. I've heard tell that destroying these pots can actually drop lunar coins sometimes. I haven't seen that happen, but I guess it's probably just, I can definitely see that being a thing. Because they do drop other things and proc other on-kill effects like they were, as if they were actual enemies. Okay, we have plenty of money here, so I'm okay with spending some of it. I've never seen this item. I'm gonna pick pick it up once and I guess use it. Oh, okay, it just spawns a bunch of drones. Strike drones. Okay, those are unique. Never seen those as normal drones to just reactivate from the ground. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep the healing fruit though. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of these slugs back that we lost earlier, so make up for that. Missile drone. Yeah, missile drones deal good damage. Still probably have... Whoa, what are you shooting? Not sure what they attacked there. Anyway, no, just a capsule, whatever. Yeah, still, I think we have more money than we can spend here. Just because we... or because I spent quite a bit of time running around before activating the teleporter, so yeah, sometimes that's gonna happen. So I guess we'll keep going through the items. Stun grenades. Next up is the... what's it called? Mark of the Hunter or something? Oh boy, it's tiny. Predatory Instinct. That's almost the same thing. Almost what I just said. That gives you... I'm not even sure. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I think it gives you a crit chance after killing something for a couple of seconds. I don't know. Not entirely sure there. It gives you some kind of bonus for killing things. Maybe for killing things in rapid succession or something. Let's open this just to see. These capsules give you use items. Yeah, okay. No. That is a cannon that deals damage. Might be good damage, I don't even know. But it uses your money to power it, so... yeah. Not sure. Typically you want to use your money for other things that are more useful than to just deal some extra damage, so... And there are also other use items that deal really good damage and don't eat your money, so... I don't know. It seems to be one of the less amazing ones. Also, I think I'm done with the stage. What? Oh, there's another... Sure, I mean... Yeah, this is for example, that's a use item that deals damage without using money. Where's the teleporter? I'm getting turned around. It's actually... yeah, okay, never mind. Right there. Okay. So, yeah, that thing. Predatory Instincts. I don't know how good that really is. It's a tier 2, so I guess it's probably not terrible. Next we have the Old War Stealth Kit, which is pretty good. After taking damage, the more, the higher the chance. You sometimes turn invisible and also run a bit faster. So enemies will lose track of you and you can get away quicker. So yeah, it's a nice defensive tool. Obviously it requires you to take damage first, so it's not ideal. It's not going to help you avoid damage in the first place, but it's going to help you avoid taking more damage after taking damage. So it's still okay. Still helpful. Let's look around here. Actually we can see the teleporter all the way back there. You can see some little particle effects, so... yeah, it's on the other end of the map. That's okay. Making lots of money here, so we might be able to afford everything here. Here, you can actually just run up this wall. It's super easy and works every time, except when I want to show it off. Sometimes there's a launch pad that is supposed to help you get up, but every single class can run up there. So that's absolutely not required. I don't know where I just aimed at. Well, I guess I did aim it at the kind of the right spot. I should be mostly safe from this guy. I'm pretty sure I'm safe from the boulders. Boulders he rolls. Not sure about the artillery. Well, he's trying to aim at my drones or something. Yeah. And these things, despite looking kind of tanky and rock-like, I guess they're not made of rock. They're clay dune striders after all, so they're more brittle than they look, and they die relatively quickly. There we go. Something just exploded and finished him off. Okay. Nice. More chain reactions. We can see those frost elites blowing up in explosions. Or are those shock elites? Actually, they're probably shock elites. I don't know. Yeah, what was I talking about? Stealth kit? Right, next up we have gasoline, which is great. Upon death, enemies will explode in a certain radius, which expands with more stacks, and put a burning debuff on burning damage over time on all other enemies hit. So that's amazing. And stacking more of those increases both the radius and the damage. So yeah, that's pretty good. One of the many very good tier 1 items to stack for good damage. So there, that red explosion aura around an enemy whenever one dies is the gasoline effect. And I guess somewhere in there are some extra red numbers indicating the fire damage over time effect. It's a bit of a mess. Oh nice, tougher times. That sometimes blocks incoming damage completely. So that's amazing. Stacking those gives you a better chance for that to happen. Probably can't reach 100% block chance with that, even after stacking a billion of them, because, well, there must be some sort of diminishing returns, but it's still a pretty good defensive item. What have we here? Okay, more tougher times, more... oh, fireworks, yeah, never mind. There's only one good item here, and I'm gonna take it. So there are definitely different levels, different... oh, wait, what? There we go. Yeah, that's a use item, not a great one though. Definitely gonna keep my fruit. Thank you very much. I should probably also just activate the teleporter, because we have plenty of money here. Money is not an issue. So some items are definitely a lot better than others. That's there's no doubt about that. Okay, we got 2 Clay Doomstriders as our boss here, or bosses. Oh boy, and things are exploding and trying to blow me up at the same time, and I'm gonna get out of here a little bit. There's those boulders that I was talking about. As usual, when you pay attention, they're definitely not that hard to dodge, but the thing is, as I said, they slow you down, so getting hit by the first one often means that you are gonna hit by additional ones, which is not great. And also, yeah, it seems like simply jumping should be enough to avoid them, but more often than not, that's actually not the case. Going into the air and then missing your arrow rain mostly. Going into the air is actually a good way to dodge those. On the Huntress only, of course. There we saw another... Actually, we see plenty of homing skulls, or, yeah, haunting flaming skulls. Alright, those guys died without a bigger issue. The biggest issue is probably the bright flashing that they produce. Okay, we get another Predatory Instincts. Critical strikes increase attack speed. Yeah, okay. Critical strikes. I see. Needless to say that, you know, hitting things a lot will basically guarantee that you produce enough critical strikes to always have that attack speed stack, which will then produce more hits and more critical strikes and keep itself going. So that seems pretty good. Sticky bombs are good. They're quite good. Do I want to... I mean, I have a couple of not so great tier 1s. Let's see. Okay, yep. Got rid of one of those. I find that... I don't know how good those healing kits actually are. They heal you for a certain amount after taking damage. With a little delay, you will heal for a bit of the damage you just took. I mean, I guess it's nice. It, you know, helps soften the blow, but only after the fact. Oh, there's... God damn it. I should have checked, because I know that the Newt altar quite often spawns here. That was stupid. I keep forgetting. I've had so many opportunities to get that character unlocked already, and I just didn't use them. That's another portal. That's not the one you want to take. That just opens after your first loop, after going through 7 stages. And it allows you to unlock another character that I already have. And it also ends your run. I don't know if there's a way... I don't think there's a way out of there. There's a little bit of a jump and run sequence, and at the end you can kill yourself. Or obliterate yourself, I think it says. Let's go one more. Well, okay, I have so many of these syringes that maybe this is a good trade-off. One more time. Yeah, okay, that's definitely good. I'm not a huge fan of Monster Teeth. It's it doesn't heal for a whole lot. Should I go for more? Okay. Whenever I lose a not so great item, I feel you know, confirmed in my decision to keep playing. But no, gonna stop gambling now. Right. Let's pick up some more items. Whatever. I think there should be more this way, maybe? Actually, I started out somewhere close to here, so maybe not. No, never mind. I guess there are still some items here. There's also an enemy. Okay, backup magazine gives your secondary skill, that is the glaive toss that I just use on cooldown mostly. An extra charge, so it now says 2. On top of that, actually, it will say... how many do we have? I don't even know. 4, because now we have an extra one, and an extra sticky bomb. That's amazing. And there's another chest. Or is that the one we opened? No, no, certainly isn't. Okay. Bustling fungus. That's decent, but, you know, I rarely stop sprinting around, so... doesn't come in handy that often. Rose Buckler, on the other hand, because we're constantly sprinting, we're usually going to have this damage reduction going, so that's not bad. I must have been up there, though, right? Somewhere? So there probably isn't anything else to unlock over this way. Yeah, I think we started somewhere around here. Yep, sure enough. You see the telltale signs here. But I haven't looked around down here. Lots of stuff on this stage. Nice, more energy drink. More sprinting. Holy crap. It really is quite the noticeable increase with every single one of those. Wow, we get lots of tier 2 items, and now we have a double jump. Which is, and you can, obviously, needless to say, you can stack those and get an unlimited number of extra jumps. Oh, also we did not have one of these yet, which increases damage against bosses by, I think, 20% for the first item and 10 for every additional one. So, yeah, that's... should be pretty good. Should come in quite handy. Is there... Are there any other locations that I haven't checked? No, I've definitely been there. One last little pass in between these central containers here, just to make sure. But I think we're good. Yeah, we're doing quite alright. What is this? Yeah, okay. Go to... well, okay. Go to if we just lost increases just your movement speed. Energy drink increases your sprinting speed even more. So I guess, since we're gonna be sprinting all the time... Okay, nice. Bustling fungus I can do without. Sure, let's lose another one. I'm actually fine with that. Is this fast enough? I mean, you know what? There's another unlock that I haven't gotten yet, which is to reach 300% base movement speed, or yeah, 300% movement speed. Apparently this is still not fast enough. I don't know how many you need. Losing a backup magazine, actually not the end of the world. It's really not that great. I kind of like it, but... Okay, crit glasses increase your crit chance, so... Do we have more of those? Yeah, we have one more. Still not 300%. How fast do you need to be? The sprinting count? No. Dashing, I mean. I'm gonna keep doing this because I know there's that unlock that I still need. Still not enough. Another syringe. Still not fast enough. Sticky bomb. Well, we have plenty of those, so I guess losing one isn't that bad. There we go, finally. Going fast recommended. Yep. I mean, it's true. Not necessarily, you know, recommended to trade in so many items. Lost a couple of good ones, but not too bad. And we are really, really, really ridiculously fast now. So there is that. Anyway. What else? I'm not running out of things to talk about, am I? Well, okay. This is the end of the second loop. Well, or the final stage in the second loop, I should say. Which has the guaranteed tier 3 for 7,800. Okay, so 7,900, almost 8,000. So I'm gonna see how long it takes to get that kind of money. I'm also, well, do we? Yep, there are actually at least two lunar items on sale here. Oh, also, FPS is actually starting to go down a little bit for the first time here. It is a lot worse while recording. I'm easily losing 10 to 15 FPS just from recording compared to when I'm, well, not recording. So there is that. Also not sure what's causing these FPS drops here specifically, because it doesn't typically start dipping that noticeably until a lot later in the run when things get a lot more ridiculous. So I don't know. Something about the stage, something about things happening off camera here somewhere. There is a magma worm, which we haven't seen yet. It's a pretty impressive looking enemy. It's quite annoying to fight on certain classes. Not so bad on the Huntress because she has homing attacks, so it's kind of whatever. But of course the worm is only going to be attackable when he's in range, and he likes just jumping around willy-nilly and being, you know, annoying. Interestingly, he's often not as deadly as he looks, because he really only deals damage with the fireballs he produces upon impact. I don't think his body hurts you when you touch it, but I might be wrong there. But yeah, more often than not, it seems like you should be taking all kinds of damage from it because it looks so imposing, but it actually doesn't really do that much until it suddenly one-shots you or something. So yeah, it's a little bit fickle. This one is taking okay damage, honestly. Actually, it's taking way more than okay damage. There is one character in particular, the melee character, that I've played a couple of times. It's great. It can be extremely overpowered, and it's definitely fun and very different, just because it's a melee character with very limited ranged options. But that makes it so that you can really only damage this enemy in particular. I don't know. So difficultly. Hardly. It's hard to damage this enemy with a melee character. Is what I'm trying to say. Because you can basically only damage it for very, very short time windows while it's, you know, near the ground somewhere. Even though you can spend quite a bit of time in the air, the worm is just gonna dash through there, and yeah, you'll get a couple of hits in, but that's it. And I found it extremely annoying to fight, especially on that character. But yeah, the Huntress being, you know, having all of her attacks just home in makes that pretty trivial. Oh boy, things exploding everywhere. I love it. It's also getting actually a little bit dangerous for the first time, I feel. Money-wise, we're looking quite good. I wonder if I should just start the teleporter now. I mean, I guess I should. We already have almost all the money we need for the tier 3, and we should definitely end up with enough for that and some extra. Maybe not enough to buy absolutely everything, but we don't need to. Magma worm, really? Well, I guess. It's not the end of the world. Okay, 2 magma worms. Holy crap. Okay. That was a little bit scary. You also have a flaming... Is that a flaming? No, actually not. Never mind. He looked flaming because he was burning. Also, I thought I saw a Stone Titan attack, but I'm not seeing the Stone Titan. Might have spawned somewhere upstairs. Oh god. Well, okay, these breast contraption thingies here, these flying guys are... they can be really, really deadly as elite versions, which is why I freaked out just a little bit when I thought one of them was a flaming elite. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to kill things, and the magma worms are taking some damage from, you know, explosion effects, and okay, just gonna try and stay out of the exact center of the carnage, and I hope that I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm not really targeting the worms, but they're dying, so things are looking alright. Thing is, things often look alright until you suddenly die, so that's definitely a thing that can happen. I'm, yep, definitely taking damage. Especially when worms get caught in these tight spaces here. Sometimes they go right through the ceiling, some other times they kind of ricochet back and land much sooner than you would expect. Okay, they kind of found their way back into the more open space there. Would definitely be useful to get one of them dead, I think. Oh no, never mind. Or did one of them die? I think one of them actually died, which is great. I'm gonna heal because I'm a little bit afraid. Okay, and that guy should die soon-ish. Okay, alright. Teleporter done. We ended up with just over 10k, 11k, and there is still plenty of enemies left. Well, maybe not plenty, but a couple enemies. And other things. Oh, what? Can I not target you somehow? Oh, there we go. Okay, he was partially inside the rock, I suppose, and I couldn't hit him. Anyway. Oh, there... Was there one in here? There is one in here. And what? That's a Lemurian, actually. There we go. Interesting. Oh. Head... What? Head... F5T? Headset? Something? What's it called? I've never found this item before. Version 2. Increased jump height. Hold jump to slam down to the ground. What? Okay, I'm holding jump. That didn't do anything. Wait. Do you have to exhaust your maximum number of jumps? Jumping twice, holding the... Okay. Weird. Not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Oh. Yep, there is definitely a Stone Titan somewhere, and also more hermit crabs bombarding me from afar. Okay, there are a bunch of them. Oh, did I say a bunch of them? Holy crap, what was that? That was, yep, quite a few of them. And I think there are still some left. It's quite difficult to find absolutely all of them, because they could hang out somewhere all across the map. Anyway, what do we have? Infusion, nice. Infusion gives you extra health. Up to 100 per infusion that you slowly build up by killing enemies. So I guess it's 1 extra health per enemy or something? Yep, 1 extra health per enemy. Up to 100. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Extra health helps. Especially, oh, this tunnel is actually open here. It couldn't really lead anywhere super interesting, but let's sprint along because we're so fast. This is only going to take seconds. A fraction of the time it usually takes to run along this very, very long empty tunnel. Sometimes enemies can spawn in here before the teleporter is active or while it's being charged, but other than that I have never seen anything interesting in here at all. There's just this jump pad at the end, but you can get here just normally, so yeah, I don't know. Not much of a point. Although I have seen a teleporter spawn down there. It's rare though. It's one of the most hidden away places in on this map where the teleporter can spawn. We're still being shot from somewhere. That's okay. Oh yeah, right. I was going to experiment with this. So I also need to find this Titan. Where could he be? Oh! Speak of the devil. Speak of the Titan. He's burning me. I did not find my healing item there. Holy crap, that was scary. Please don't do that. Just gonna slam the ground. Nope. Not aiming at me though. I'm not actually sure what he's doing there. Oh, never mind. That thing actually shoots. Okay. Right, that's another thing they can do. Okay, wait for the laser to go away. Use this, because why not? There was another Shrine of the Mountain here that I did not activate. Great. Now it's too late. It's not going to do anything once the teleporter is done. Anyway, right, this item. Okay, yeah. Sometimes this activates. I guess you have to press this. Wait, no. Okay, so just holding down the button doesn't do anything. There I jumped twice. Maybe there's some sort of internal cooldown? Okay, well, I guess there must be some kind of internal cooldown before you can do it again, because I don't think I've done anything differently, and yet it worked. Sometimes, but not others. I don't know, it doesn't seem that great, but extra jump height, I suppose, is nice. Definitely seems like one of the least amazing tier 3 items I've seen. Apart from the one that certainly does what it's supposed to do, but I'm not convinced it's necessarily helpful. Particularly, there's an item that gives you the powers of powerful enemies. That is, I think, only elite enemies, possibly also bosses, for a moment, for a short while after defeating them. So it gives you a fire trail and probably also fire damage over time on your attacks after killing a fire elite. It gives you well, I'm not sure what it gives you for cold elites, but there are shock elites that give you they have a shield. They have relatively low health, but they have a shield, and a shield is basically just health that regenerates quickly. So yeah, and what that does is killing those actually gives you some extra health as shield, basically, which is nice, but it also reduces your max health. It doesn't just add some shield temporarily, but it reduces your max health for the duration, of course. But after it dissipates, after a couple of seconds, it takes the shield away, but leaves you with like half your health. And it might not be that bad on other characters, or maybe I was just misinterpreting things. But I found myself, it was on a Huntress run, and Huntress is, you know, one of the least healthy characters. By far the lowest health, I think. Maybe together with the Artificer. But yeah, she has very low health, it's the thing. And I ended up with, yeah, I don't know, 350 out of my normal 800-ish or so at the time. It would usually get healed up pretty quickly, but I would be left in the middle of combat suddenly extremely vulnerable, and you know, that does not seem beneficial to me. I don't know. I really don't see the benefit of having that. So I'm not sure if that's fully intentional or if I really didn't understand what it did. Maybe it wasn't bad. Maybe it was basically a display mistake, display bug, and my health wasn't really that low. I don't know. It seemed strange and it looked scary, and yeah, I did not feel very comfortable with that. Anyway, yeah. Since then, I've been looking at my tier 3s very carefully, making sure not to pick that up, because I just don't feel like it's worth it. Even if it's technically beneficial, the panic it causes is, I don't think it's worth it. Anyway, or the uneasiness, I guess I should say. What's this? Oh, gunner drone for 1100. We have 1 billion coins, so why not? Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything else on this island. What was that? What was that? Oh, what? Not sure. I guess I'll keep going through my items. So we have the cautious slug, which well, we last talked about gasoline. Next up we have the cautious slug. And I am going to look around a bit for the nude altar on this level before activating the teleporter. So I would really like to unlock this character. Finally, to get that out of the way. This is also getting very long, but I mean, I was kind of expecting that. A run that goes well will easily be over an hour long. My longest run has been a bit over 2 hours, so we're actually getting there. This might shape up to be my best run yet. Anyway, next item. Right, Cautious Slug increases your regeneration, health regen, after a certain amount of time of not taking damage. So yeah, quite good, especially for a character that likes to just nope out of sticky situations for a while, hang back a bit, wait for health to come back. It's definitely greatly improved through that. Next up we have one of two similar looking items. The runic bands. One is ice themed, one is fire themed. Well, I guess I'll take another slug. Actually, there was no need to think so much about that because the backup mag is really not that great. More cautious slugs are definitely worthwhile. Anyway, was the door even open here? I didn't... Yes, it is. Okay. Door is open and the teleporter might actually be here. It's not. Oh, there is an altar! And something just flung me into the air, but I didn't take any damage. Maybe that was... I'm not actually sure what happened there. Maybe I was hit by the Stone Titan's fist attack, but the damage was blocked by the thing, by my teddy bear. Tougher times. Maybe? And I was also jumping at the same time, and the item that improves my jump height somehow interacted with that and flung me up ridiculously high. That was interesting, for sure. Okay. Yeah, so the runic bands, one is fire-based, one is frost-based. They are basically on-hit effects. I think that's the fire one there that I have. That, yeah, actually I know that that's what it is, because I don't have the other one, and when enemies die you see those, or actually maybe not just when they die, you see those fiery tornadoes, yeah, that spawn and deal a good amount of damage, so that's a pretty nice item to have. Yeah, let's activate this, and a blue orb appears by the teleporter. I'm not exactly sure if that makes the teleporter event any more difficult. It might. But it will definitely open up the portal to the shop, to the bazaar, after charging the teleporter. So that is nice. Oh, what? Don't do that, please. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit here. Let my bustling fungus do the work. I guess that guy moved to the side so that his laser was suddenly able to reach me. Well, let's just stand here and cause destruction. Oh. Meanwhile, that guy is behind me and causes destruction. That's not great. I would also really like to not die now. That would be most unfortunate. If only I can survive this stage and, you know, reach the bazaar, unlock the character. I will be super happy. That's all I wanted from this run. And I've already gotten so much more. Anyway, yeah, the runic band, quite nice. Needs to be unlocked by finding a certain secret in the desert stage, opening that locked door that we saw there. It's an interesting one. You actually unlock both those rings at the same time. It's pretty cool. You also get a copy of each for the first time you unlock them. So that's quite neat. A neat secret. I wish there were more of those, but this is still... I guess I very briefly talked about what this game even was. So this is still early access, and it's already such a great game. Needless to say, I guess. So yeah, I'm sure there are great things in store for all of us and the devs as time progresses. I'm sure they will add plenty of amazing features over time, but it's what is here is already so entertaining. and it's quite cheap. I think it's $18 or so on Steam. So really, not that much. And the teleporter's all the way up here. Okay, that's pretty rare, but it happens. There's the blue orb circling it. It's not very obvious, but... Okay, we have 3 beetle queens here. They should die quickly. One of them is actually melting away. Like ice in the sunshine. It's quite satisfying to see that. Yep, okay. All my drones died. I guess most of them must have died a while ago and I just wasn't paying attention. Die! Yes. Feel my wrath. Oh wow. Okay. Bosses are almost dead. Please die. Okay, we got... oh god. Actually nothing too worrisome happening. Next item we have is the crit glasses, or I guess lensmaker's glasses, or whatever they're called. Well, they increase your crit chance. So yeah, that synergizes nicely with various different items. Also, of course, crits just deal extra damage, so that's always good. Oh, I didn't even realize I was going to pick up this item, Chrono Bauble. I guess it's nice. Some people seem to think it's not particularly great. It slows down enemies on hit. There's the portal. Is there anything else left to pick up? There can't be a whole lot, right? I think I'm just gonna use the portal and be done with it. After taking care of these last couple of enemies. The chest is open, right? Yeah, obviously. I would have opened it on the way here. Okay, let's step through the portal. Anyway, so crit glasses are nice. We're gonna enter the bazaar. What's it called exactly? Hidden realm bazaar between time. Between time, right? Between time and what? Time and more time, maybe. Anyway, there's the bazaar keeper. Hello, sir. Unfortunately, you cannot talk to him or anything. You can attack him, which I have never done because I'm a little bit afraid of him fighting back. There's this thing though. Free the survivor for 10 coins. Yep, that's what I'm here for. Free the survivor, suspended in time. Sweet. And, okay, right, there are these things. Trade in 3 random white items for the Harvester's Scythe, which heals you for critical hits. I'm not sure how much it heals you for, but I think it's pretty good. Obviously, the more you crit, the better. Or the faster you attack. And 5 green items for that thing. That's a tier 3 that I've never had. It's some sort of meat hook or something. That's also I think it's also supposed to not be that great. I'm definitely not gonna do that. Although I could, just to have it unlocked, to have its entry. 5 green items though. That might get rid of a couple of good ones. Not sure I want that. Anyway, yeah, we're done here. I have what I came for, so thanks but no thanks. There are also normal lunar items on sale, but yeah, I'm not so much interested in those. Abandoned aqueduct. I guess I'll just keep going and see. Is there anything else? Well, technically, there is the one great overarching goal, the one thing that I would really like to do. Okay, I got flung into the air again. I guess there must just be some sort of interaction between, I don't know, this jump height item and something else that just sometimes, maybe jumping from a slope or something. Well, it certainly makes you jump far in, you know, cooperation with ridiculous movement speed, but yeah, I guess it's a matter of jumping off a slope or something that's upward at the right angle. And it's gonna just fling you up into the air. Interesting. I'm sure there are ways to make use of that, but then again, there really aren't that many interesting things to to do in very high up places. I've been basically at the edge of going out of bounds on most maps, just through multiple jumps, and there just isn't anything there. And at some point you just get teleported back into the map, or you fall out of the map and then get teleported back. So there really isn't anything to do far outside of bounds. Some classes that can shoot very far, I guess, could position themselves somewhere high up and just snipe everything, but the usefulness seems limited. Anyway, more items, I guess. Crit glasses. Then next up we have a tier 2 that's a fuel cell, I think what it's called. It's what gives you extra charges of your use item. Quite good to have, even though I've not really been making a lot of use out of my healing item, but it's definitely nice to have. Good to know that there is that option, for sure. Next up we have the Busting Fungus, which we've already talked about. It gives you the healing effect on the ground, which also works in multiplayer, for example, for allies that can stand inside and get healed. So that's pretty neat. There are some nice synergies with that, with one other class in particular. For the Huntress, not so much, because well, she's gonna want to move. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Want to be on the move for the most part. So, are you friendly? Yes. Okay. I guess he was trying to smash some enemies. Thanks. I know I like the fruit, but one is enough. Sure, let's waste all of my money and eventually get stupid monster truth out of it. Whatever. Tougher times? Yeah. Some chance to avoid damage. Seems good. As I'm taking more damage here. Slowly but surely, enemies are getting a little bit ridiculous. We have more random bosses just spawning in. Why don't we just go ahead and activate the teleporter and see if we can make a bit more progress. So yeah, anyway, the big overarching goal, or the one final achievement. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, things are definitely getting ridiculous here. I mean, after the like 70, 80 hour mark, minute mark, things really start getting out of hand. I mean, I'm powerful, but I'm also squishy. So yeah, moving, rather stopping for long enough or in the wrong spot can and will get me killed pretty quickly. Just through the ridiculous multitude of various on-hit effects and on-death effects. Oh my god. What was that? That was actually me triggering the stomp attack. I'm not sure if that's ever going to be useful. I mean, if it deals a billion damage, I guess it would be nice. But I'm not sure. Well, anyway, yeah, this is completely nuts, of course, but also really satisfying. Just seeing everything explode and go up in flames, and all the electricity arcing in between enemies. Nice. Teleporter almost charged. We get another fuel cell, another healing charge. Not bad. Although I'm probably gonna end up dying from something that just one-shots me, rather than just running out of health. But who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Well, there I just took some damage, but it didn't one-shot me, so I guess technically the healing, having extra healing, could still save my life. Right, there is still a queen around, and a tier 2 chest that I'm gonna get. Oh, wait, no, I already got that. No, I did not. Never mind. Okay, that's... Oh, actually, that's the red whip, which makes you run even faster. It's similar to the cautious slug. It activates its effect after a certain amount of not taking... a certain time of not taking damage. So... yeah, it's nice. Nice to have. Not taking damage or attacking, actually. So basically it's gonna make me run even more ridiculously fast out of combat, like now. Yeah, that's it's kind of nuts, isn't it? There's not a much better way to describe that. I guess I might as well take a quick look around the map and make sure I pick up most items, if not all of them, because it literally takes no time to get around. It's needless to say, I've never been anywhere near this fast. We got... yeah, that's not worth it. That's an item that I don't have, interestingly. Should I get just one? I don't know. There's no achievement for having one of each item, but I guess I might as well. I didn't even pay attention to what I lost. I hope it wasn't anything too great. Oh, I took a lot of damage from not paying attention. Just, you know, just from this random enemy here. Those beetle guards are among the hardest hitting enemies, so it's not too surprising, but yeah. Just being a little bit inobservant, or, you know, just not paying attention for a second can and will eventually get you killed. Come on, give me that. Medkit, yep. Delayed heal after taking damage. Again, I'm really not sure how good that is, but, you know, it gives you some health back after losing health, and you will eventually take damage, so I guess, might as well. It's not something you would ever want to, you know, choose from a shop, for example, or you know, use a 3D printer for. But obviously, when you get it from a chest, might as well take it. Nice. Cautious slugs, on the other hand, never stop being amazing. What is that? Another beetle queen. Okay. Well, we have a billion coins, so might as well. Personal shield generator. That's the item we just picked up. It gives you a little bit of a shield. I mean, by itself it's not gonna do much, but I guess stacking more of those is nice. It just gives you extra health right away that regenerates quicker than your normal health. I guess continuing, we were at Bustling Fungus. Will we ever reach the end of this, of our item list? Probably not. We'll see. Monster Teeth make enemies drop those green little balls on death that heal you when you collect them. It's neat, but I think I'm pretty sure they give you a fixed amount of health per orb and not per orb and number of stacks, of course, and not percentage based. So yeah, it's just not great. Not gonna 3D print those. Oh, we could summon extra enemies. I mean, why would we? Oh, hello. I guess because we can? And before these guys end up killing me? They might. Oh, I got actually hit by that thing. Didn't I have a... There we go. Weird. How it seemed like it wouldn't let me double jump for some reason. We're killing them pretty quickly. I think these might be the squishiest bosses in existence. Pretty sure I don't kill any other bosses this quickly. Okay, I got hit by one of the boulders, but I actually blocked it, I think. In fact, I'm seeing lots of block numbers here, which... Oh, because we're being sucked in, and that just deals constant small damage. Anyway. One down. And the other one should go down any moment now. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately you don't get any item drops from bosses like that. I never finished that one train of thought, my god. So, the overarching goal, the one final achievement that I would really like to get, to finally finish that sentence, is to loop 20 times. To go through 20 stages successively, which is absolutely nuts. I don't know... This is our third loop right now, right? So we should be at stage 11? Well, I mean, sure, you might say, well, you're getting there, but eventually things are just going to get out of hand. Again, I spent way too much time on the previous stage. Honestly, at this point, I'm so powerful I should just try to keep going as fast as absolutely humanly possible, and see if I can somehow make it to stage 20, because that will unlock an amazing item. I don't know the exact details, but it's an item that is similar to an item from the first game. Oh my god, okay. I just took lots of damage. We have plenty of golems all around that laser us from across the map. Okay, this is definitely where things are starting to get very dicey. Oh my god, okay. Suddenly I'm starting to die. So this is why reaching 20 stages is probably not gonna happen. I don't know. I mean, if I'm gonna try and take it a bit slow here. Oh god. This time not because I wanna keep looking around, but because I'm gonna die. Holy crap. Thanks for all those foreign fruits. I'm never gonna say anything bad about them ever again. Not that I ever did. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, this is extremely nuts, and it's only gonna be more nuts from here on out. So, yeah. Looping 20 times is just absolutely, I don't know, out of the question. Not sure if I'm ever gonna do it. Anyway, so yeah, the 57 leaf clover, I think is what it's called. If it's anything like the similar item from the previous game, from the first game, then it makes it so that normal enemies, or at least maybe elite enemies, or maybe extra bosses that spawn, have a chance to give you extra items. And I think in the previous game it was elite enemies, or maybe it was all enemies, with obviously higher level, or stronger enemies having a bigger chance to give you items. And yeah, obviously that just makes your run become even crazier, even sillier than is already the case. God, this is absolutely, ugh. I mean, you see it. You see what's going on. The lasers are mostly what's killing me. I'm just running around, sprinting. I guess I'm just gonna run in circles, sprinting. I'm so fast that the lasers from the golems, while normally being quite accurate, actually have little to no chance of hitting me for the most part. Oh god, unless I get caught, and that's a thing that can happen, of course. Yep. Gonna make sure to dash before I take fall damage, because fall damage is a thing. I'm gonna heal again. I am not really sure I'm killing things. I am damaging things. But so long as I don't kill the bosses, and the Imber Overlords unfortunately are super tanky. So that's gonna take a moment. Yeah, while the bosses are still alive, the teleporter event will keep going and keep spawning more enemies. I mean, in theory I should be able to keep doing this, but then again, I guess it depends. If I get really unlucky, I might just die at any moment. But even if I don't die, this is just gonna take a while, and enemies are gonna keep getting stronger and stronger, and yeah. We'll see. I mean, slowly but surely, they are taking damage from, me sometimes shooting them by complete accident, sometimes enemies dying and exploding and killing other enemies and damaging the bosses as well. God, we have some Dune Striders spawned in, or a Dune Strider, I don't even know. Yep, this is Risk of Rain 2. Oh, hey, did we actually kill that bull? I don't know. I don't know anymore. What's my life? Oh god. Okay, something just damaged me. Well, so far, the cooldown on the fruit has actually been enough. Been regenerating in between having to use it. why did I keep talking about items? After Monster Tooth, which isn't that great, we have the Crowbar. Stealth Kit just activated. We have the Crowbar item that increases damage done to enemies that are above 90% health. So basically, the first hit or first couple of hits on bosses are gonna deal extra damage. It's neat. It's not that amazing, I guess, because for most enemies, well, I don't know. I guess it depends. On higher difficulty, maybe it actually makes a bit more of a difference. If you hit an enemy with a huge hit right away, of course it's gonna benefit from that a lot more than when you just hit an undamaged enemy with your base attack. Obviously the damage increase is gonna be minimal from that, but well, still, any kind of extra damage always helps. Oh god, this is a little bit mind-numbing. There seem to be less enemies though, in general, which is actually not necessarily a great thing, because more enemies means more explosions that will also end up damaging the bosses. I mean, the boss health bar is going down, slowly but surely. More slowly than surely. Anyway, next up I guess we have a great item that I wish I had more of. That's the... what's it called? Wisp in a jar or something? Or just Wisp? Will-o'-the-Wisp? I don't know. Some sort of Wisp. That causes enemies to explode on that. I don't know, I guess since it's a tier 2 it's probably pretty good. Not sure how large the explosion radius is. The actual visible flame that happens when an enemy dies is not that large. But I guess whenever enemies are clumped together, that's definitely a very beneficial thing to have. What? Oh, I stopped sprinting for some reason, I guess. So I stopped going diagonal. Yeah, so anyway, it's a pretty good item that I wish I had more of. Then we have those horns that cause the flaming skulls to occasionally happen, although now that I'm not actually getting healed by anything, I guess whenever I use a foreign fruit I should probably shoot out a skull or two, but other than that, I used one, just because why not, and nothing actually happened. Oh. Or maybe I just didn't see it, I don't know, maybe it shot out and I missed it. I should probably also not use my foreign fruits, even though I don't use them most of the time. I might end up having to actually use them. So that was more risky than it needed to be. Anyway, I mean, it doesn't look like I'm in much of a danger of dying, except from boredom. Not even trying to think about you watching this. I guess next up we have the Soldier's Syringe, which is amazing. It increases your base attack speed. Yeah, it's great. Maybe Huntress is not the character who profits from it the most, or as much as some other characters, but I'm pretty sure it's amazing for every class. I mean, honestly, yeah, your main attack is what you're going to be spamming basically without a break, and it's what obviously attacking faster gives you more chance to proc effects, and yeah, it just means more of everything. So attack speed is more often than not the best DPS and everything increase you can get, and it's a tier 1, and you can usually find a way to stack it pretty ridiculously high. Okay. Oh, no. Heal. Everything's fine. The bosses are almost dead. Somehow. As soon as the bosses die, enemies will stop respawning, although honestly it seems like spawning has slowed down a bit. Will enemies eventually stop spawning entirely? I don't think so. At least that was not the case in the first game. Maybe I'm actually killing things faster than they respawn. Okay, well, teleporter event is over, yeah. So that means now we have no further respawns. So eventually I'm gonna eradicate all the enemies. I mean, I could just activate the portal and get out of here, but then again, difficulty is already cranked up so ridiculously high that it doesn't really make a difference. Might as well just get all the items here. But before I do that, I'm definitely gonna get rid of the remaining enemies. Because otherwise I'm not gonna feel safe. Surprised I didn't take any fall damage there. Okay, I'm gonna shoot some of these in there. But that does make you stop sprinting, so... But I guess at this point, things have become kind of normal-ish. But yeah, we've definitely reached a point where I'm just gonna suddenly take half of my health in damage. And I'm lucky if it's only half my health. What? Okay. Alright. At this point, I feel somewhat safe. I think it's mostly just this Dune Strider left. Oh, and this guy. Oh, he's actually dead. Okay, good. Dune Strider is gonna follow suit. Oh boy. Alright, okay. Things have definitely calmed down. Jesus, this was something. This is definitely the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in this game. Okay. Whew, breathe. What do we get? A missile. That's alright, I suppose. Was it worth the trouble? I don't know. Maybe not so much. Can I please shoot that thing? There we go. Oh. Give me that. Wouldn't it be amazing if we actually had a tier 3 chest somewhere? I know those can randomly spawn everywhere. Or anywhere. I just have never actually seen it happen. Well, I think I've seen it once. I'm not entirely sure now if I actually saw it myself or if I saw it in someone else's game. Sticky bomb it is. No doubt about that. Should I? I mean, honestly, activating these is probably gonna spawn like 5 stone titans or 5 imp overlords, and I don't really want that. Yes, more gasoline. I didn't even see the third item, but I'll take it. What? Oh! 25k, huh? Well, we used to have enough for that, but I messed it up. It's powerful though, but it's a drone, and once it's dead, and it will eventually die. In fact, on this difficulty, it'll probably die pretty quickly. I'm sure it's great, but is it worth the ridiculous price? Probably not. Yeah, it will die, and once it's dead, it will stay dead and not come back, which is a bit disappointing, honestly. I've managed to get enough money to activate that thing exactly once, and I was a little bit of a letdown. Hello there. New shrine. Don't need you anymore. Well, I mean, technically. But not actually. Whoa. Okay, let's look around over here. Okay, more items. More stun grenade, more base move speed, because why not? More cautious slugs. Amazing. Whoa. Okay. Easy there. Just run up here, please. There we go. Whee. I didn't even jump. That was just from running up a slope. No items up here. There sometimes are items here. Sometimes not. I guess next item. The ATG missiles have a chance to fire a homing missile. I think stacking more of them doesn't increase the trigger rate, but increases the damage the missiles do. But you're going to obviously shoot more by just attacking faster, so it's another of the many benefits of attacking fast. There we go. Running this fast can make it easy to overshoot items you want to activate, as we just saw. Sticky bomb, more run speed. I guess I'm gonna go with more damage, honestly. As tempting as it is to become even more ridiculously fast. I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe not running quite fast enough is what's gonna end up killing me eventually, but I mean, I don't know. Another shop. And we get fireworks, yay. More sticky bombs, I suppose. The game wants me to have more sticky bombs, and I'm not gonna say no. You know what? Just for fun. Actually, no, now I've spent too much money. But then again, we'll see. Overlords and magma worms, of course. Wait, what? That, whatever that was. Oh, that's a freaking buffalo. Never mind. How quickly are you dying? Actually, more quickly, a lot more quickly than I ever expected. I mean, if I can kill them without dying, and honestly, well, I don't know. I guess it's possible. It's not like I have really anything to gain from continuing to the next stage, because I almost died here. I have no reason to believe that the next stage is going to treat me any better. It's going to treat me any better. So, I guess I might as well try killing these. Also, there seems to be some sort of bug where enemies cannot progress past that hill. I've noticed that before. Yeah, this definitely seems to be the case. Although I have seen some charging enemies charge all the way out here, but normal enemies that only walk seem to always stop there, and some error with the pathing. I'm killing these enemies so fast. Are these weaker than the teleporter bosses? Maybe. Or maybe it's just that I was only using my basic attack by the teleporter because I was so scared. Oh, what? I guess one of the worms found its way kind of outside of the area. I don't know. Okay, worm is dead. Hey. Yeah, these buffaloes, they don't care. They just charge outside of their area. And we have plenty of money, actually. Wow, holy crap. Oh, you're not dead. These bosses gave me way more cash than I ever expected. Kinda nuts. Well then, let's buy this drone here. TC-280 prototype. Well, welcome aboard. You are huge. Actually, I don't know. Do they... I didn't really pay too much attention to what they do. I guess they attack. Maybe they attack and heal or something? They have that greenish light, like the healing drones? I don't know. Maybe it'll survive long enough so that we can see it in action. I feel like I was once again talking about something and then got sidetracked and... I don't know. I guess I'll just keep going. ATG missiles. We have that tier 3 that I picked up for the first time, that, whatchamacallit? What is it called? Afterburner. That gives you extra charges off your shift. Uh-oh, it finally happened. We have the run killer. The, I think? Yep, it's up there. It's the pretty boy. The, overcharged magma worm, or whatever it's called. That thing is absolutely deadly. Also beautiful. But mostly deadly. Let's pick that up, I guess. Because why not? There is the tier 3 chest, though. That I should try and get. I will probably make enough money just from killing things, because we have reached a point where there are just gonna be so many elite enemies and so many enemies in general that I will get way more money than I ever need just by you know, killing the required amount of enemies. Oh boy, okay, heal. I could check the cost for the chest. I mean, I suppose it's right. It's not right here. It's always where you least expect it. It's right here. It's 28k. Okay, 29k. Where's the teleporter? I mean, we're already at 6k. So yeah, that's. I think it's definitely guaranteed that we will get enough money. There it is. Okay. Jesus, I'm not jumping. Those were again just from running off slopes. Holy crap. Activate this. And... oh boy. Overloading greater wisps. Okay. Elite boss types, or elite enemy types as bosses can be surprisingly scary. There are also a bunch of them. Not sure how many. Actually, these don't seem that bad. Oh god, oh god. Okay. Heal twice. Yep, they don't seem so bad until something hits you. Oh boy. Can I please just kill things? I just want to reduce the number of things trying to kill me. Oh boy. I would also love to be inside the teleporter area to, you know, actually progress the event. But it seems like I'm gonna have to basically dip in and out. I'm gonna heal again? There we go. Jesus. Oh god. Phew. Okay, having trouble hitting the heal button in time. Find it a little bit awkward. To press that. Oh god. I mean... oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Oh no. I was out of healing. Yep. It just came off cooldown. Holy crap. Killed by an Elder Lemurian. I mean, at this point, it was just a couple dozen enemies trying to kill me all at the same time. It was completely random which of them ended up landing the killing blow. Man, okay. That was not my longest run, or was it? Actually, I'm not sure. It's very close. Surprisingly close. I know my other run was also 120-ish minutes. Man, that's crazy. Oh boy. Should I go through the rest of the items? I mean, it's probably pointless because you... well, I mean, 99% of the people watching this video will know all about the game. Way more than I do. Let's be honest here. I'm definitely a scrub when it comes to Disco Rain. I did get 3 of the achievements, including the one that I was really after. Unfortunately, I did once again not make it to to the 20th loop. I mean, that's just not 20th loop, but 20th stage in a row. That's just silly. I guess you really have to complete every single stage in the minimum amount of time, not linger at all, to have any sort of chance. Or else things are just going to become so much, I don't know, get so out of hand. Of course, you will also not become as powerful as quickly, because you're gonna pick up less items. So, I don't know, I guess you have to get lucky, get good items, play a character that you feel very comfortable with. Death's 1. 0 points. I guess the only way to end this with more than 0 points in this category is to actually take that shiny portal and obliterate yourself intentionally. That's I think that's currently the only way to end the game, to win the game. At some point they will add a final stage and a final boss. I think is the plan, as was the case in the first game. But will probably still have the choice to keep looping and looping, and just keep going at infinitum, if you can. Level 25. It's also not super high, honestly. I've seen people way higher level than this. What else? 115 items. Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty good setup. I definitely could have used... yeah, honestly, these... I mean, I suppose this item might not be terrible. This item... honestly, it's probably pretty good. Yeah. These shackles, though, don't seem very useful. There was one tier 3 item in particular that I wish I had gotten, because I did unlock it. on my previous amazing run, my similarly long run. That's an item that reputedly can carry you just by itself. And yeah, unfortunately we did not see that, the craziness that would have added. I mean, overall, I didn't have that much in terms of extra damage. Unfortunately, I did not make it through the entire list. Just, you know, talking about all the items. But as I said, it probably doesn't even matter. And I should probably also just end this video already, because it's been going for well over 2 hours. That's a little bit nuts. We have unlocked the Artificer. Maybe I'm gonna record another video. I mean, I said I wasn't gonna make this a series, and I'm still not planning to, but I might do a couple more videos. I guess also partially depending on the response I get for this one. I'm guessing that not many of my subscribers are gonna watch this, but some people just looking up Risk of Rain gameplay might find this. If you have found this and somehow, for some inexplicable reason, stuck all the way to the end of this super long episode, super long and maybe not super exciting for a veteran of the game, who knows? I mean, feel free to tell me your opinion if you're still here. Yeah, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, maybe subscribe. Although I can't promise too much more Risk of Rain content specifically, but maybe you'll find something else you enjoy. And yeah, bye bye and until next time.